The Russian army is wiped out. Ukraine encircled the Russian army in Bucha, Irpin. Russia's food supply was cut off. Many other fronts. The Russian army fled war between Russia and Ukraine on March 23. This is the big thing. Putin faces heaviest defeat with entire army wiped out. Vladimir Putin is facing the biggest defeat ever that threatens to wipe out the entire Russian army. Ukraine is said to be close to victory. This could be Ukraine's first major victory over Russia. Ukraine is conducting a siege of Russian troops in Bucha, Irpin and the Hostomel region near Kiev. If the attempt is successful, it would represent the biggest defeat for the Russian military to date, and President Vladimir Putin will have to start worrying about the number of Russian POWs being taken. Anders Ostlund, a contributor at the Center for European Policy Analysis, noted, "This is huge. If Ukraine can continue the siege for many more days, this could become the first major victory of the war. The entire Russian army could be wiped out. I hold my breath waiting for confirmation." According to the Ukrainian generals in Kiev, the Russian drivers only had enough food, fuel and ammunition for another 3 days. Russian military forces are facing the threat of starvation while isolated in Ukraine in Bucha, Irpin. In an update of Ukraine, on the morning of Wednesday, March 23, the armed forces of Ukraine said that Russia was deploying more troops because it failed to penetrate Ukraine's defenses. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine also said yesterday that Moscow's inability to establish a fuel pipeline forward puts Russia at risk of running out of supplies. Ukraine has cooperated with Belarus to dismantle the Ukraine-Belarus railway so that Putin cannot deliver food and weapons to reinforce the besieged Russian army. Surrounded and unable to move, the Russian army was taking a defensive stance in Bucha, Irpin to wait for reinforcements. The Ukrainian think tank, the Center for Defense Strategy, claims that the Russian military is also becoming increasingly desperate due to the failure, and Putin's reinforcements could not arrive in time to save them, because the railway line has been blocked by Ukraine. Destroy. In the Okturka region, the Sumians are said to have left the area of operation to choose a desertion to avoid death. In Havrinchkina, in the Makariv district, Russians are said to have stolen cars to drive towards the border with Belarus. Russian troops are fleeing in many places, hoping to find their way home while they can, without being surrounded like in Bucha, Irpin.